Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany, and this is my channel, Be the Little Light. If we're meeting for the first time, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I'm happy that you're here. And if you are a returning homie, a returning dog, how you been? I've taken a little break, and it's been really good for my mental health. The world is quite literally on fire, and I've just had to take a step back and to move through my own things as I'm going through the same things you're going through. I am part of the collective with you. So with that being said, I felt called to do an energy check-in today, keeping this one much shorter. I decided to pull the cards off camera so I could get the messages in advance and get a vibe for what was going on. And as soon as I started pulling these cards, I was like, these are my people. So this is a timeless message. I trust that whenever you watch this, there's a message in here for you. You know what is for you and what's not. Use your own discernment as always. It won't steer you wrong. And so let's get into this. So the energy that I'm getting for you, the collective, is you may have felt called to withdraw your energy from people, places, and things right now. There's a lot of overload, there's a lot of information that's coming at you, coming at us, and there's a lot of people, places, and things wanting to pull on your energy. When I was sitting down, I was hearing that. I think I heard it from TikTok, but it's like energy, energy, energy. but I don't. I think the words that came next, I don't think it's what the actual lyrics are. But after energy, 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 I was hearing they want to feed off my energy, and I feel like you are in your own vibe right now. People, places, and things, the external world, maybe even people in your life being like, hey, you need to be very, why aren't you so outraged by this and that and what's going on? And you're like, hey, I need to focus on myself right now because I also have my own things going on and I'm just as important. But if I completely veer off, I mean, I'm the captain of the ship, so if I go and spiral out of control, my ship's going to capsize. So I'm going to withdraw my energy and make sure I'm good and keep focused on what's in front of me, what I feel that needs my immediate attention. And I feel like the more that you do that, and even if you haven't do that, I feel like there is the message to do that. I feel like there is this message of staying in your energy, staying in your own lane, pulling back your energy. Not every body and everything is deserving and obligated. Like they don't just get to have they don't just get to have your energy because they want it. Um, it needs to be what's in your best interest right now. And I'm getting that the more that you do that, the more that things are going to seem to just quite literally fall out of the sky for you, but like in a positive way, like luck. Like, oh, these things are just, this opportunity just came to me. I wasn't really looking for it. Maybe I was looking for it a while ago and it just presented itself, or maybe I had a thought about it and I thought that would be cool and it just appeared in front of me. And I feel like the more that you are being conscious about taking care of your own needs and what's in front of you and what you are feeling called to focus on right now, in whatever way that looks like for you, not based on what everyone else thinks you should be focusing on, that focus and that intention is going to actually help shift your frequency, allow you to be more magnetic, and that magnetism ramps up and it allows things to align for you much faster in a way that you prefer. Because what I'm seeing is that things are always aligning to you based off of the energy and the frequency that you're emitting. And when you set the intention of, this is what I want to feel, this is how I want to experience, the fast track on you getting to those experiences and having the right people and the right connections and being in the right place at the right time for the things that you do prefer, it all goes hand in hand with the vibe that you're giving off and your intent. You're being called to move yourself out of this hyperfixation and also fragmentation, being everywhere and nowhere all at once, because it's like you're being called to focus in on things one at a time that are in front of you. And I feel like also there's this message, there's this energy of and this goes hand in hand with retrieving your energy, being observant on what's going on in the world, in the collective, world events, events in your community, events going on in your family, in your relationships, looking at it from a more observant and neutral point. It's like being in the needle, being in the eye of the storm. That's actually the calmest place. You're being called to be there, to be in that 0 point energy neutrality, that eye of the storm, because the storm is what's happening around you, and you are being called to do everything you can to make sure that you cultivate your own sacred space, but your sacred space is actually your energy field, and that goes with you everywhere you go. So your sacred space doesn't just have to be your shelter, doesn't just have to be your home, or your vehicle. You are your vehicle. You take your vehicle with you everywhere you go. So it's cultivating that balance and that neutrality in yourself. And of course, this is not something that will always feel easy every moment, but it's just something that as you go, you will be figuring out the ways to bring yourself back into balance when you fall off of the surfboard. And there's also there's this, um, yes, I'll go into that next. So definitely being mindful again of external influences, because it's very easy right now to get influenced by any external energy. And there may be a lot, you may be observing and witnessing people, places, and things in the collective that may seem to be what is translating as spiraling, that may be turning to certain vices as a coping mechanism. And some of this is done on autopilot. So you are being asked to be intentional about how you move, bring yourself out of the autopilot, and ask yourself, why am I doing this? If I feel called to go indulge in X, Y, and Z, before I do that, why am I doing that? And being very clear. So from there, any move that you make comes from first intention and then choice. But before all of that, of course, comes the awareness. I also feel like you may be in this energy of feeling like you just know that something is going to change, and you can't quite put your finger on it. It can come up, it can translate as this energy of feeling an unrest, that can also translate as a discontentment, feeling like there's just something in you that almost feels like a type of, sometimes irritation can come up, and you may not always know why you have this feeling itching at you. Some of it you do. You may be worried about finances or logistics of certain things, things you're trying to problem solve. But what I'm seeing is that you can feel innately that there is, you can feel innately the version of you that's very near to you in the field that's experiencing something quite different than this version of you right now. And sometimes anticipating that energy, it can bring up feelings of anxiety because you sense that there's a shift coming and you're not quite sure, why do I feel so uncomfortable where I'm at? And it's almost like this in between worlds, this kind of awkward pupa stage of knowing that you are outgrowing or have outgrown your current situation, but you're not quite to this other version of you yet. But there's a part of you that knows that not only do you deserve it, but you can feel it. Like it's palpable, but you don't see it in your external reality just yet. So it could be very frustrating. And I feel that you're being called to shift that energy of frustration and find a way to transmute it and have a shift of perspective, a shift of your thought patterns to be like, hey, I know that something is coming, or I know that I'm meant to experience more, or I know I'm meant to have more resources than I do now. And instead of getting irritated that I don't have that yet, I'm going to choose to get excited about it because I know that it's coming. I might have zero idea of how that's going to come, but I know it's going to. And people can call me delusional all day long, but I am going to, like a hawk, hone in on that because I know that there's a seat at the table for me. That's what I was getting with these. You see all these, there's all these empty tables, and I feel like these tables represent different opportunities. They represent different segments in your life that just have not come into physicality yet. But also, I feel that this is representative of sensing your seat at the table, sensing your turn is coming because it is. There's something within you that knows that there's a shift happening. It's literally an expansion. And you're being called to just be more optimistic about that and just reprogram, rewrite, reorient your thought patterns around that. And also was getting this message of, if you are feeling in a place of discontent, find your muse, find the things that inspire you. Whatever art means to you, this could literally be reading, this could be admiring paintings, this could be admiring the sunset, or this could be crocheting, or whatever. There is art for everyone. And for a lot of people, they're into different types of art, and art is very subjective. And there is a certain kind of art for everyone. It's not just, it could be from anything from someone who writes poetry to someone who plays what is that? Wizards of the Gathering? I think someone knows what I'm talking about. Like there's just an entire spectrum. And so it's the things that inspire you, the things that make you go really big-eyed, the things that make you feel like a little kid again. Connect to those things. Connect to those things when you're feeling like uncomfy, is what I'm hearing. When you're feeling really uncomfy in your body and you're feeling uncomfy where you're at, and you're just kind of feeling that, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this. It's like, find your thing. Find your thing that makes you really excited. Like I'll just share for you, like right now, like for me, my thing, I've chosen to be less online because I'm not really enjoying what's the energy that's online right now. And so I have um, chosen to dive fully into this fan fiction of this very specific niche, which is, if I'll just share it, is Dramione. I'm reading Manacled. And if you would like to know more about that, I suggest you Google it for yourself. But if you are a Harry Potter fan, and I'll just leave it at that. So, but it's quite, to read a fanfic, it's, I had to acknowledge and tap into, my nerdy aspect, and I'm enjoying it so much. I'm spending less time worrying about people, places, and things, and giving all of my free energy. It's okay to, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with engaging in the outside world. It's good for us. It's good to be aware, educated, all the things. And it's nice to catch up with people and what they're doing. However, when we make that all of our free time giving to everybody else, that's when this discontent, unhappy feelings, comparing yourself to other people, it's too much up here. And just find your thing and just own it. I'm like, yeah, I'm reading this, and I love it. I'm spending my free time reading, and it's been so cathartic for me. It's been so good for me. And it's been weirdly reading a fan fiction in the sci-fi category, in the love category. It's been so grounding for me. It really has been. It's been so inspiring for me, even though, like, this is a fan fiction. It's fiction. You know what I mean? It's done something for, it does something for me. Anyways, enough about that. You're really being called to spend more time on spend. You're being more called to. I'm saying this lovingly because they're telling me this in a very, like, this is your bestie energy. Like, we want to give you, like, tough love, but in a very sweet way, because we love you. That's what the energy that I feel around me is. Please, 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 for your mental health, if you want to be happy, if you want to be happier, if you want to live a more joyous life, please spend less time on the things that make you unhappy, the things that make you upset, and spend more time and more energy and more focus on the things that make you happy, the things that make you light up, the things that make you go all big and googly eyed, the things that give you full body chills because you feel such a deep connection, a deep resonance to it. Spend more time on those things right now. It is more important than ever. And the rest of the messages, honestly, were just saying that there's absolutely a change coming. You know that. And not only is there a change coming, like, there's nothing but good things that's coming for you: abundance, prosperity, the resources, the relationships, the fulfillment, the the being filled up, your cup being filled up, your cup overflowing, balance, balance. What's ahead for your future? Balance, newness, balance, new opportunities, new windows of opportunities. And the more that you ground yourself, because that's what I'm noticing here, um, with this Taurus energy, is to be not only balanced, but to also be so stubborn. And look how beautiful that green matches in with this green that I was feeling called to do for the colors today, because I was just feeling such this, like, expansive, happy, positive energy. And I was like, I'm just seeing green. And this perfectly encapsulates that. And I feel that the deeper message to this is for you to be so stubborn. For you to be so stubborn, so what they would call delusional, so relentless, and what you want, that you will not accept no. You will, every opportunity that comes and doesn't turn out the way that you want, or you try and this door closes on your face, don't let that be like, okay, well, yeah, that's not meant for you. Okay, yeah, you're not meant to be rich. Yeah, okay, you're meant to be poor. Okay, yeah, you're not meant for a happy relationship. You're just meant to be with losers who ghost you. No. Bye. Next. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I know that there's a seat at the table for me. I know that there's a seat at the table for me. It's my turn next. And if you feel what I'm putting down, please write that in the comments. The affirmation here is, I know that there's a seat at the table for me. I know that there's a seat at the table for me. It's my turn next. It's my turn next. You know it, you feel it. You're just in this in between stage. So stabilize your energy. Meditate in whatever way meditation looks like for you. You are absolutely meant for all the things there that you want. There's a reason why you want them. You would not be drawn to these things, these desires, if they weren't meant for you. Innately, you know that. It's reconciling that with your mind, your ego, and shifting your perspective to be like, no matter what my external reality says, it doesn't dictate what I know is coming, what I know to be. And the rest of the messages really were about travel. Definitely a shift of energy, movement here. I have movement, and I asked what the advice was, and what came up for the advice was far away places. Get ready for new horizons. This is all about travel. The bottom of the deck, great adventure. Travel. This is giving me travel. You could literally be traveling. You could literally just be making things happen for you, or opportunities present themselves to you, or you just making it happen for yourself, being like, I don't really know how everything's gonna work out, but I'm just gonna book those tickets. I'm gonna book that flight to Italy, or I'm gonna book that hotel room, and then I'll figure everything else out as I go there, or I'll figure everything else out as we get closer to there. But I want to experience this. If you're not actually literally traveling, this is also representative of a new journey, a new experience, stepping through a portal, next opportunity, something you haven't experienced before, new, exciting. It's going to take you somewhere else. And that's going to look different for each of you. And it's going to require you to take risks. It's going to require you to be a little I can't think of a better word than crazy, but it's more of like, this seems crazy. If this is crazy, it's going with the yes. It's like that thought's coming out like, but yes, do it. What? Do it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's you. You're meant to be going to new heights, new experiences, and these new places that you're going to be journeying to are going to give you new perspectives. And these new places can also be involvements with other people. This could be relationship basis. This could be, saying yes to dates. This could be saying yes to invitations to work things or functions or whatever. Saying yes. Saying yes. Saying yes to yourself, saying yes to opportunities that come to you that maybe you would normally not say yes to, but just like giving it a try and just seeing what happens, just showing up. So that is the message that I have for you. I had so much fun. I will try not to be gone for as long this time, but can't make any promises. I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves.